You're in one big heavy petting zoo on maximum exposure. We got animals doing stuff so dumb, they make humans look smart. Time to take a closer look at them friggin' critters. That other milk can was too big, but this one's just right. An ostrich looks to bury his head in the sand, but that ain't sand. My prediction for the fight, we're going to get it on, because we don't get along. And the obligatory surfing dog piece. Sorry, it's in our contract. This little piggy went to market. Came back honey baked. A seagull takes on the church and loses. Remember those polar bear Coke commercials? Well, here's some wacky outtakes. This guy's a veterinarian, but the cows just call him Dr. Feelgood. From the Where Are They Now files, we catch up with Margaret Thatcher. Don't be afraid to talk to the animals, or just mock them along with us, as we show you them friggin' critters.
We're gonna have a drink. We're gonna have a drink.
At Max-X, we ain't exactly what you might call animal lovers. Now, don't get us wrong. We like some animals, but mostly the ones that are served up with a side of slaw. Take them friggin' bears. When they're not out stealing picnic baskets, they're messing up your stuff. This guy's got his head stuck in a milk jug. It's kind of cute until you realize, hey, that's a perfectly good milk can. The neighbors lasso the milk jug and try to wrestle it away.
Mark, use the stick!
But it ain't easy. They loosen it up with a 2x4 and the milk can pops off. The guy videotaping turns off the camera and runs for his life. The bear doesn't go after anyone. He just turns and gives them all a look. Some think he's trying to say thanks, but we think he's just picking out who he's going to eat to help wash down all that milk. We're not sure what kind of sick experiments they're doing over in England. Look at the size of these chickens. For some reason, the giant chickens are kind of digging on this reporter. It may be because of his fancy clothes.
Nonetheless, sorry.
Or it could be his new aftershave.
Go away.
But it's probably just because of that stupid chicken laugh.
One scheme promised investors.
Hello! Who's your giant chicken daddy now, huh? They say once you've had a giant chicken, you'll never go back. But why would you? They're 98% fat-free, high in protein, and fry up right tasty. If there's one thing we hate about Thailand, it's their national pastime. This sucks in so many ways. First of all, when they told us we were going to see animals fighting, we were thinking maybe a cobra versus a mongoose, or even the usual cockfight. Instead, we got this. Secondly, if you're going to spend all that time teaching monkeys to do stuff, why not teach them something useful like fixing cars? Thirdly, the deliberate low blows should have led to a disqualification, but the ref apparently doesn't see anything and the fight continues. Then we have the phantom punch. The slow-motion replay clearly shows he never laid a glove on him. The monkey takes a dive. The fight's a sham. The crowd is clearly not happy, and neither are we. You know, it's incidents like this that give boxing, animal shows, and Thailand a bad name. Something should be done, and done soon. Ah, great. More friggin' monkeys. They're allowed to run all over this Hindu temple like a bunch of wild animals. Some people in Bali consider them sacred. They walk around with their holier-than-thou attitudes and steal stuff from the tourists. They're almost like a little monkey gang. They just hang out all day causing trouble and roughing up hard-working, well-meaning folk.
Hey, give that back. Give that back. I just lost my hat, my favorite hat, I'm not really happy about that, actually.
They also have a little extortion ring working. These guys actually have to bribe the monkey with bananas to get the hat back.
It's the only way to go. They're going to tempt him with a banana. Not true, but this other trapping here. Come, sweetheart. Yeah, can I have the hat, please? You have to barter with them, huh?
Of course, there's no honor among thieves.
Hat? Well, we're going up the tree with your hat.
Since monkeys are sacred, it's considered impolite to throw rocks at them, which is something we probably would have done even before they stole the hat. The monkeys have finally had enough, and they attack the timid and cowardly humans. Oh, this is wrong. We didn't go through 50 million years of evolution to back down from no monkeys. You know, it wouldn't be an animal show without them friggin' surfing dogs. In most civilized countries, these little furry guys would be lunch by now. In this country, we just dress them up and make them do tricks. Surfing dogs are all right, but we here at Max X are cat people. Maximum exposure. Don't count your chickens until they're served with dipping sauce. Coming up, Jersey chicks take on a blackbird as they defend their hairspray. How much is that doggy in the pickle jar? The one with the asphyxiation problem. Dog catchers go fishing, but nothing's biting. Except for other dog catchers. These folks are trying to catch Oprah. But they miss it because they're chasing down this pig. Cats always land on their feet. City kids say, let's find out. This ain't as bad as it looks. It's only in Australia. That don't get you protesting yet. Wait till you see our wild Max X lives. Maximum exposure. The razor blade in your Halloween apple. Max X, we're petting the beast within. The crows are coming from inside the house. Like a really low-budget Hitchcock ripoff. The birds have taken over. Well, it's just one bird, but it's super scary. Suzanne Wright gets on the phone with the fire department and describes the monster that's terrorizing the house.
The bird's bigger than my dog.
The girls get their nerve up and take a little peek.
If you open it anymore?
If there's one thing more annoying than a bird in the bathroom,
Ready, man?
it's this little friggin' yappity lapdog. We're not sure of the breed, but it looks like a kick-me. The girls take a few seconds to think of a strategy.
You better hurry and do something before he gets tired of sitting there.
With a broom, a sheet, and some sweet acid-washed jeans, they're ready to confront their fears. Or not. Or maybe. Nah. What makes this attempt any different? Nothing.
Where's it at?
Finally, playtime's over. It's Sigourney Weaver versus the alien. Now that she's armed, she feels a little more confident.
Stop.
Or not.
I swear I'm gonna put this over your ears.
The bird's in the trash can, and Suzanne drops the net on him.
Come down, he's trying to come through the fish net. Oh, his hands through the net.
Let's check out the wobbly knee action one more time. Now, is that chick scared or what?
Oh, his hands through the net.
They've got the bird trapped. Now they can relax.
Agent's here. Fire engine's here.
The fearless fireman arrives, plucks up the bird,
He is bigger than dog.
pokes fun at the mud, and sends the starling back to the wild. Suzanne may be a little irrational, But she knows the bird knows, and we know those perms would make the perfect nest.
Where's the nest?
Now, we hear border collies are smart, but this one ain't no border collie. That's why he's got his head stuck inside a pickled pig's feed jar. Sure, the dog probably digs the smell, but the real problem is, can't eat, can't drink, can't even lick anything good.
He's suffering, and I don't like that.
The neighbors try to help, but he keeps running away.
He's not mad, but I feel for him. No food, no water, just a little bit of air. He's going to eventually die, and that's a bad way to go.
A local news reporter calls in a few favors and gets Deputy Mike Brown on the scene.
You see the jar on his head? He can't bite you, that's for sure.
The deputy tracks the dog down, grabs him by the scruff, and tries to pull off the jar.
Easy, boy. Easy.
All the commotion gets another friggin' dog all riled up. But Deputy Brown ain't no rookie. He fends off the big dog by using the little dog as a shield. Genius! The deputy pries the jar off and gently helps the mutt to the ground.
Between him help struggling and twisting and turning, he sort of helped me a lot. They actually tried to bite at me to get it off, so he helped me wiggle it on out of there.
And now, thanks to the compassion of the deputy, the dog is free to roam the neighborhood and bite the kids. Friggin' dogs.
Thank you.
This is the city. And this is its out-of-control stray dog problem. Yep, too many friggin' critters. Inside these trucks are the dudes dealing with it.
We're getting packs of dogs that are very, very aggressive here, and they have been known to maul children severely. Basically, this dog situation here in the Los Angeles area is totally out of control.
Sometimes the dogs are people's pets, but when they're hanging with the strays, dog catchers don't care.
From here.
That's my dog.
It can get intense, so dog catchers figure there's safety in numbers.
Oh, that's why we got 3 of us out here. As soon as we get one like this, and we have any problems, we just yell for a pole, and they bring a pole out immediately.
These guys say they can catch about 35 dogs a day, and they're still not making a dent in the problem. The dogs just keep multiplying, like Osmonds or something. Now the dog catcher's got to turn cowpoke.
It's all lassoing, and what you have to do, you have to go ahead and block the street off with the officers. When the dogs make a break for one side or the other, then as they go by, you lasso them.
Except for these little fellers, they don't make no lassos small enough for these guys, and they're really squirrely. Probably wouldn't pay to spend all day catching them if they weren't such good eating. No, we're kidding, but the Koreans aren't. This little guy uses his size to avoid capture. But check out the moves on some of these other mutts. Some of them use their mad skills.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we've seen dogs like that.
This chow's got the contortion thing going on. Then there's this guy, falling back on his 12-pack a day habit. Tough going after the dogs. But sometimes it's worse when they come after you. Just look at this bad boy and his hungry friend. They come after a dog catcher guy, tripping him up in his own net. But he calls in for doggy backup. Pretty soon these Rotties get taken down. Now they're gonna go to the big house, doggy style. This little piggy ain't going to market. It's trying to make a break for it, because as everyone knows, little piggies are delicious.
Go guide the back fence.
So when one gets away, the neighborhood bands together.
Don't let her see.
This pig's got some sweet moves, and those juicy ham hocks make her extra quick.
She's in the alley.
The pig's able to run past them all and duck out of sight.
Did you see her? Okay, let's back down the darn hill.
But the smoky smell of bacon gives her away, and the chase is back on.
Here! Grab her leg! Grab her leg! Almost, baby, almost.
Hey, careful not to bruise the meat. They grab her by the leg and pick her up.
Hold on, Travis, hold on! Don't let go! Got it? Okay, upside down. Fight you. Okay.
All that pig wrangling sure was hard work. But at least the owner got his baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Maximum exposure. Fur is murder. But so soft and elegant. Coming up, Kitty Cat says, I ain't coming down. And City Kids say, oh, yes, you are. We get the monkey off our back and into the water filtration system where it belongs. Here's the church and here's the steeple. And here's the bird that crapped on those people. British firemen try to rescue a hamster, but it's like pulling British teeth. Forget about them cute little pandas. Here's what we're talking about, oh yeah. Still hungry? Just wait. We got some stick-to-your-ribs goodness on our Max X list. Maximum exposure. The road less traveled because of all the drifters. You're watching Max X. Don't make us sick the dogs on you, because we will.
Come here, Lucky.
Lucky the cat. Ain't too lucky today.
Well, camping up there for 5 days. I think it's sad. I mean, the cat stuck up there 5 days pregnant. Nobody wanted to come out and help, and it was sad.
So, how do you get a cat out of a tree? Pull in your chair and sit up straight. It's quiz time. The best way to get Lucky down is to A, run the electric can opener, B, tempt her with a juicy mouse, or C, the same way you get an old Frisbee. Dominic here will demonstrate the answer.
Hold on, Dominic, don't you be falling.
Come on, Lucky, come on. Break it.
Oh, and by the way, if you guess C, you probably shouldn't have pets. Let's have another look.
It feels great. It feels great, don't it?
Yeah, I had my baby. Yeah, she lucky today. It's nice. It's a nice name for a cat like that because he sure was lucky today, you know.
We're thinking that really depends on your definition of lucky. Yeah, we got some more friggin' monkeys. These dumb monkeys jumped into a water filter system. If they weren't related to us, we'd probably let them stay there. Yeah, but family's family.
You don't want to touch him. Don't bite him. He's really sick.
They get the first one out, no problem. But the other one keeps hiding in the water.
Keep his head above the water.
They finally corner him. Now they try the old monkey on a pole. Nope. Monkey on a stick?
Oh, yeah.
Monkey by a rope. Yes! No! Oh, let's see that again. We got time. Seems like they've tried everything to get old Chim Chim out. But we know how to end this thing once and for all. 2 words. Spear gun. Well, they don't take our advice. And it takes them an hour to get this monkey out. Yeah, these dudes look happy about it. but you just know they want to spank that monkey. In New Zealand, the seagulls love hanging around the church. They dig those statues. But someone forgot to tell this dude not to try that at home. Yep, he's stuck. The hook and ladder gang gets called in, but they're having their troubles too. Meanwhile, the seagull's missing his whole day's appointments with the newly washed cars. Firemen get the truck out and send a guy up the ladder. Seagull's thinking, hey, I can see my nest from here. That's a free bird now, but take a look at what got him stuck. The congregation cheers while Fire Guy checks the bird out for holes.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right.
All clear. He's okay to be flying again, but we're thinking he's going to stay under the radar for a while. The British Fire Brigade, the crown jewel of British public service. The most exciting thing going on in England today? Hamster rescue.
Make a lot of noise and we'll see if he'd come out on his own accord.
The owner looks on as firefighters draw up an elaborate plan.
Yeah, beat him with...
First, they try to poke him out by jamming sticks down the drain pipe.
Make a bit of noise and out. Well, hopefully, yeah, he'll hear him coming down and then he'll come out on his own accord.
When that won't work, they try to blow him out with a high-pressured air canister. Nothing doing. Next, they try to hack him out. Don't worry, if the hamster was in this part of the pipe, he'd see fur on the blade. Nope. They even tried giving the pipes a hamster enema, but come up empty. Firemen are ready to pack it in. A hamster just ain't worth it, especially a British one. But the kid gives him one of those looks, and the firemen are suckered. Several hours later, they find the friggin' critter.
Hi, young girl. I've got a hamster here. Yeah, hello. Yes, he's on top of the pipe and he's very well.
He's stuck between the two pipes?
Yeah, here he is and he's trying to get out to me. Look, he's got...
It looks like drain hair, but that's Fluffy. He's a little wet, a little scared, but at least he's alive.
Oh, he's so great. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks.
Another friggin' critter saved. They went through a lot of trouble, but they'd probably do the same for Prince Charles. Maximum exposure. Having a good laugh with our vegan friends. Coming up, if loving a cow is wrong, we don't want to be right. Hippo hears one too many fat jokes, snaps. Please don't feed the bears, especially not with your own leg. Plus some sucky animal bloopers, but face it, there's nothing else on. Then you'll get rabid when we feature some critters on our Max X list. It's Critterific. Max X. We tell the touching stories and the inappropriate touching stories. Max X. Saluting our delicious animal friends. This deer was told he was being taken to a nice big Australian farm, where he'd have lots of room to run around and have plenty of other cows to play with. But he ain't buying it. He jumps ship on the way to the auction block and heads off for land. Locals try to help corral him, but he's too quick. The dude in the jumpsuit's a veterinarian. There's no way he's letting that cow get away. He has extensive training in the humane procedures of subduing large animals. He grabs him by the tail, and the bovine hits the canvas. Now, Vet Guy's waiting for the cow to make the first move. But Vet Guy knows the best cow defense is a good cow offense, and he pounces. Who's your human daddy now, Mr. Cow? A couple other dudes jump in and pin the bull. Yep. Now, that steer will be going to that farm he heard so much about. Only he's going to be leaving it under tightly wrapped cellophane. An angry hippo has just busted out of his pen in this Taiwan zoo. In the breakout, he hurt another hippo and seriously mauled a zookeeper. The cops consider this hippo extremely fat and dangerous. 100 zoo workers and heavily armed police try to get the situation under control. They think taunting him with this stick will calm him. But it appears hippos don't like to be hit with sticks. They decide the best idea is to shoot the hippo up with tranquilizer darts. But this is one big hippo, and it's gonna take a lot of darts. And he ain't in no mood. This hippo has more needles in him than... MaxX lawyers have prohibited us from comparing the hippo to the following people: Keith Richards, Robert Downey Jr., John Belushi, Janis Joplin, Lenny Bruce, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Lou Reed, William Burroughs, Motley Crue, Jimi Hendrix, and anyone profiled on Behind the Music. Oh yeah, he's starting to feel it. The zookeeper straps some ropes on him and start dragging him back to the pen. It's not easy, but with the help of some heavy equipment, they're able to lower him in. The hippo still has a little fight in him, but the situation's over. The hippo's safe in his cage, but now that he's lived the life of a rock star, we'll see if he can behave himself. Oh boy, a super-duper cuddly polar bear named Binky. Polar bears weigh 1,000 pounds and live mainly on a diet of seals, walruses, reindeer, and tourists. Binky grabs a hold of a plump little rubbernecker that gets too close to the cage.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I saw this bear that was asleep and it looked so innocent, and it didn't even occur to me that it would be vicious.
Yeah, that's why they have 3 fences around the polar bear display at the Anchorage, Alaska Zoo. But that wasn't about to stop Catherine Warburton. She wanted a nice close-up of the snuggly bear.
I thought, oh, well, that's perfect. I can sort of just get my little, my quick shot and get out of here.
Zoo workers and onlookers try beating the bear with branches. But that ain't enough to scare off Binky.
Get a gun! Tranquilizer gun!
He was chewing on her. He was chewing on her, like, lower part of her leg, her calf, her foot, her shoe.
I couldn't believe it was like King Kong, you know. It's like it's really see this massive white thing just grabbing me and just picking me up on my side and just throwing me against the fence.
Catherine shows off the fact that she's lucky her arm is still attached. Catherine's injuries aren't life-threatening, but for now, she's just happy to be reading about bears.
Do you want to go back and see another one?
No.
Catherine's got no hard feelings toward the polar bear.
I don't really blame the bear for what it's done.
Binky kept Catherine's shoe as a souvenir. Pretty cool, because they charge like $50 for those things in the stupid gift shop.
It's blowing. It's somewhere.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and this guy is bitter. His lights were all stolen by some friggin' critter.
This is all that's left of our string of lights.
An action like this can't be excused. But there aren't any suspects and very few clues. All that was left was some chewed-on old wire, and turning them on would result in a fire. So what kind of Scrooge would commit such a crime? A fuzzy-tailed rat who's busted big time.
This chipmunk is taking the bulbs off my Christmas lights.
You have to admit, the squirrel's got some guts. He brings the lights home and stores them like nuts.
By golly, he's taking it. He's still got it.
But the owner's upset. He can't live in fear. He racks his brain and gets an idea.
I have a trap for him, all set.
Dude sets up a trap to make the squirrel pay. He fills it with lights and a PB&J.
Christmas bulbs.
The squirrel enters the trap, just as we thought. He goes for the bait and gets his butt caught.
Finally got the squirrel. He's ready to
So he stole the lights, all red, green, and bluish. We think that chances are good that that squirrel is Jewish.
There he is.
God bless us all. You're soiling the carpet on maximum exposure. Coming up, Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep to a mild concussion. We'll show you our favorite nightclub act. Ping pong balls in this pussycat. Then we'll watch British kids handling vermin. Want more? We ain't even gotten freaky yet. There's still that whole Max X list thing. Max X. Let us cater your next party. Max X. Don't worry, we don't bite much. Let's say you die and go to hell. You turn on the TV in hell, and what do you see? British animal blooper shows. 24/7 for all of eternity. According to our bud Dante, there are several different choices of hell. The worse you are, the worse the television. For instance, say you go to hell for stealing change from the ice cream man out of your mother's purse. Crime ain't that bad, so you probably wind up here on the first level.
Heavily anchored down. Sorry, your dog's obviously spotted something.
Sure, the laugh track's okay now, but give it about 3,000 years.
May not feel, I don't know.
You know this sucks, but you should have thought about that before you stole the money for that push bomb. Okay, say you left a nasty little message on your ex-girlfriend's answering machine. Welcome to hell. You've made it to level 2. More kooky animal stuff, but even worse. You see, the sick twist here is you have to look at British teeth. And look at this dumb dog. He doesn't just fetch a stick, he fetches the whole tree. We know this seems cruel, but no one said hell was gonna be fun. The dog supposedly says mama, but if dogs are so smart, then how come they eat their own poo? A dart-playing bird? Let's see how that skill helps him when they bring him to the bottom of a coal mine. Go ahead, you can scream for your mama all you want. It ain't over yet. So if you thought no one was watching when you were pulling wings off of flies and frying ants with a magnifying glass, guess again. You found yourself back in hell, watching a story of a boy and his dog. No roller skates for you in hell. Wait, maybe there is. We'll have to look into that.
That's the fast trap.
When you're watching a show about a dog driving a car, you know you've done something very, very wrong. But it doesn't end here either. Been watching that dirty movie channel? No pearly gates for you. You'll be forced to watch a fat, lazy cat on a ping pong table. They try to pretend like he's playing, but come on. So, has the cat even won a game?
Well, not Shimeon, because he goes to sleep in the middle.
Sure, he bats at the balls, but ask him the score. He won't know. He's a friggin' cat! And it just keeps coming. Even for hell standards, this is pretty bad. This is what you get for shooting a man in Reno just to watch him die. You have to watch this on an eternal loop. Yep, forever. The hand is giving you a little run-through of the hamster's obstacle course. Over the pencils, past the water trap, through the domino wall, more pencils, fences, checkered wall, finished. To the winner goes the spoils. Now it's the hamster's turn. The rickety, undernourished Brit kids have worked themselves up into quite a lather. So this should be exciting. But it's not. Bob gets off to a good start, but there's a long way to go. Bob finds himself off course. Now remember, it's your fault you're here, not ours. The hamster seems confused, but at this point, who cares? Bob finally finishes and claims his prize. British kids give it up for Bob. Take a good look at him. You might see one next to you in the Hell Cafeteria. Finally, remember the time you sold your soul to the devil for a couple of comic books and a handful of penny candy? And a hooker named Larry? Well, payback is here. You must be subjected to this. A talking parrot. You probably wanted one of these as a kid. Be careful what you wish for. Let's have a listen to what Buddy Girl here has to say.
Could I have a drink? Could I have a drink?
As soon as they learn to talk, they start asking for stuff.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. You are my sunshine. Well, if the boat comes through your horn, the ship in the battle comes in the corn. Little boat beat has lost her feet and can't know where to find them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 1.
Two things about a talking parrot. One, they love to talk, and two, they make no friggin' sense.
Good girl. Good girl.
Let's face it, TV in hell sucks. If you don't want to spend the rest of eternity watching wacky animal shows, you better straighten up and fly right. And remember, it's never too late. Just keep watching Max X, and you'll probably skate by. Maybe. Start frothing at the mouth. We saved our best critters for last on the Max X list. Tell that dog to stop humping your leg. It's time for the Max X list. Number 3 on the list of friggin' critters, a dog named Nigel. The problem with dogs, they gotta be constantly entertained. And frankly, once they're no longer puppies, we're kinda done with them. But here's the perfect combination. No one wants to play with the dog, and since the early 1980s, no one wants to play with the tetherball. Simple little guy, ain't he? And the best thing of all, this dog will go after that ball until he drops. So you don't have to take him for little walkies. And scratching at the back door to number 2 on the Max X list, Tony the high-strung Doberman. The Doberman Pinscher. Lovable, obedient, and intelligent. Or a paranoid schizophrenic. Sure, lots of dogs chase their tail. They're dumb. But Tony might have some deeper problems. Tony's got some serious paranoia. Every time he looks back and sees his tail wiggling, he thinks it's going to steal his food.
What a complete idiot.
He doesn't have too much trust for his paws, either. Owner says the dog's never bitten anyone. Even so, we recommend keeping your hands and feet away from this bowl. And Number 1 on the Max X list. 2 of man's best friends. This guy's named Gunner, and this girl's named Wilma. Sure, at first glance, they look like any other mutts in a football shirt. But these two are super dogs. Their master trained him to fetch beer.
Bring it in. Come on, step around. Bring it in.
That's a cold, frosty one.
Gunner, sit.
Yeah, this is why we call him man's best friend.
Go get it.
Go get it, boy. Good boy. Go get the beer. That's it. That's a good boy. Go get it. Oh, good boy. Good boy.
Bring it in.
Yeah, finally somebody teaching a dog a useful trick.
Go get it. Gunner, go get it, go beer. Go get the cold beer. Go get it. Gunner.
Oh,
Go get it,
bad
go beer.
dog.
Go get it.
Looks like someone's teaching him how to be a wife. Well, that's our show. Friggin' critters. We open our homes to them. We carefully train them for our own amusement. We even give them their very own fenced-in enclosures that kind of matches their habitat. And look at the thanks we get. They attack innocent people. They're always getting stuck in something. And they can't even take a punch real good. Still, you gotta love them. The fact is, at Max X, we love animals. After all, we're all God's creatures. Some of us are just higher on the food chain than others. We're Max X. Grab a toothpick on the way out.
A Vulcan ambassador stands accused of secret crimes. And when the Enterprise tries to help, they're caught up in a shooting war. Much more than the truth is at risk on Enterprise. Tomorrow night at 6. Stay tuned now for Stargate SG-1. Next on UPN 11.
What a complete idiot.
Go get it, go beer.